everybody, it's Lyssa from songofmyheartstampers.com. I just learned a really cool new fold called the Arrowhead Fold, and look at how spiffy that is. That is really unique, and it's all done with a regular card base, so there's really very little paper waste, and it takes just a couple of minutes and it looks amazing. And look at that, it fits inside a regular envelope too. So let's learn how to make that today. Thank you to my friend Jill for showing me how to make them. The first thing you're going to need is a regular half sheet of 8.5 by 11 cardstock, and just fold it in half like a regular card base. Then you're going to need one piece of double-sided paper. We're going to use both sides of it, as you can see from the sample. So it needs to measure 5 1/4 by 4 inches. So it's one step down from the card size. And then we also need that same size of Whisper White or Very Vanilla. So it's 5 1/4 by 4 inches, one step down. We're also going to need something to score and cut with, so paper trimmer, stamps and ink, of course. And today I am using the Perfectly Plaid stamp set with the tree punch. And I embossed the trees in gold embossing powder, so they're raised and really shiny and pretty. The paper is called Heartwarming Hugs, and the colors are Cherry Cobbler, Mossy Meadow, and there's a little pear pizzazz too in the patterns. So pretty. And Whisper White, of course. All right, let's get started. You're also going to need some liquid glue is best for this project, and some dimensionals. Okay, so we have our regular card base and it's folded in half. And you're also going to want to take your bone folder and crease it really well, because this is going to be a thick card. When it's all made, you can tell it has a bunch of creases and folds, and it's kind of thick, so make sure you have all your folds creased really well with a bone folder. And then we're going to be working with just the front of the card. So open it up again so that it's the front of your card. Oh, and we're also going to need a ruler. Should have mentioned that. A ruler and a little pencil, because we need to make a couple of pencil marks. So looking at the long edge of your folded card here, we need to make a mark right in the middle, which the middle of 5 1/2 is 2 3/4. So 1, 2 3/4. So make yourself a little pencil mark there. Then we need to find the half of the sides too. So half of 4 1/4 is 2 1/8. So make a little pencil mark top and bottom. There we go. At halfway on the sides and halfway along the bottom edge. Okay. Now we are going to make a score line. We're not going to cut anything, so make sure you keep your cutting blade out of commission, right? We're going to use the scoring blade. We are going to score from that central mark in the middle of the bottom front to the side mark on both sides. Okay, so central mark to the side mark, just line it up with the track of your paper trimmer and score. And then we're going to keep it at the central mark and score to the corner of your card, the upper corner. Okay, so just use the paper track to line it up from that pencil mark up to the upper corner on both sides. So when you're done, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see this or not, but there should be 2 score marks over here and 2 over here. It's pretty already, right? So then you can erase your pencil marks, if they even show. I made mine so light. And then we're going to fold them in on the corner to center fold. Fold them all the way in, so you have a big triangle. And then fold those little flaps back out. Make sure you fold nice and crisp, otherwise your arrow point won't come into a nice crisp arrowhead. It will be kind of a dull, dull point there. All right, so I'm creasing all those folds. Let me just put this underneath so you can see what it made there. See that? And then it looks amazing horizontally or vertically. That didn't take very long at all, did it? So that's the regular card, and now the rest of it is just the decorating part. Make sure you put the glue only where it's going to be covered by the flap. Got it on my fingers all the time, all the time. There we go. Put it on the flap rather than the card base, so that you don't get glue where it doesn't need to go. Okay, I'm gonna hold that for just a second to let that glue set up. There we go. Oh, tiny bit of glue here. This is why I don't use liquid glue very often, because of little messes like that. Okay, so now we're gonna decorate it, and we need to take our pattern paper and find the center. We're going to recreate these angles on a slightly smaller piece, which will allow us to layer it. See how we have a nice border on all the edges? It looks so professional. So this piece is 5 1/4 by 4 inches. So we need to find the center of it, which is 2 5/8. I've got my handy dandy ruler here. 1, 2, and then 5/8 is just one tick mark past 2 1/2. Okay. And then we're going to cut from that tick mark we made to the corners again. This time we're cutting, not scoring. And we want to do that on both sides, from the tick mark to the upper corner, on both sides. That gives us, recreate this here, 3 beautiful triangles, and that is what we need for our background here. So now you get to decide which side of the papers you want showing. Do I want the stripes in the back with the houndstooth in the front? And that looks pretty spiffy. Or do we like the houndstooth in the back with the stripes in the front? Ooh, I almost like that better. Okay, so that'll be what I glue down then. And it's just amazing to me how the angles work out perfectly. I'm not that great with math, so when measurements come together, it makes me really happy. Ah, so cool. I think, honestly, this would make the prettiest wedding invitation, because it's just fancy enough. Oh, I need to treat myself to a new bottle of glue, right? It's just fancy enough and elegant enough that you wouldn't have to do much else. And this would look great in black and white. Maybe with a picture of the couple, either on the inside or here on the front, maybe in a round or oval shape. That makes me want to make wedding invitations, which is just crazy because wedding invitations are so much work. All right, getting my papers down. Sweet. So now, because we used a dark color of card base, we need to make a white piece to go inside to write on. So we got to do the same thing. Find the middle, which is 2 5/8. 1, 2, and 1 tick past the center. So 1 tick past the 2 1/2 mark. Pop that in our track here with the corner to the center mark. Cut. Let's do the same thing on the other side. These can just be discarded or used for punching. And the important thing is we got our perfect angle for our interior piece. Wow, that just makes it look so finished off. Super nice. Now you have a nice place to write. And the glue is important here because then if you don't have it down quite straight, you can still move things and fudge them around a little bit with the glue. Okay, then we're going to decorate the front, and I have, in the interest of time, punched out these little embossed trees. And you'll need your dimensionals, so make some sort of focal point for the front of your card. These on here. One tree would be fine and cute for Christmas, right? But 3 trees takes it right on over the top. So pretty. This could be a little balloon bouquet or flowers or a star, whatever suits your theme. And then, get that out of the way, I stamp needs cherry cobbler ink to match my card base. There we go, hoping your busy year comes together in Christmas cheer. So I hope you had fun learning the Arrowhead Fold. That wasn't too bad, was it?